Well, here it is so far. Sorry about the shadows. I don't have much light over here in this corner. But that's what the reflow gun did to the foam. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that up the walls and on the rest of this floor all the way up to here. And you see there's a little step, a blockade here that kind of blocks the water, so that's going to I'm going to add one more piece on top of that, and that'll create a pool here for the water when it pours out. And you can see there's a gap in the back there. I'm not filling that in. I'm actually going to go back and mark lines where these edges all are on every level, and this one and that one, and then I'll peel this up, and then I'll go 2 inches beyond that, 2 inches beyond that line, and cut that out. So then I get all that foam. I'll get all that foam back, because right now I've had 3 bags of 6 pieces. They were a little bit longer than that. I cut those down so they could stretch all the way across the table. They were probably another foot or so longer. But I had 18 pieces. I still have 6 pieces left, but you can see that's all I've got done with the 12 pieces or the 10 pieces that I've used so far. So once I get all those pieces cut out of here, then I'll have a lot more to start stacking everything up higher. But this ought to give you a better view of the course so far. I figure when it goes over to the other table, that rocking bridge that I made is going to span the gap between the tables. So I'll have a pillar here that the bridge sets on, and that'll ramp down and go across that tube and then back over to here and then down, and this will be the start of the course right here on top of this tube. But it'll go around, go over the bridge, go over to the other table, which right now you can see is just my storage for all the scrap. It's such a pain in the ass. But once this all gets done, I'll start working on the second table. But for right now, I want to get this whole table mapped out and where everything goes. But there'll be an alternate course that comes down, and I still have to cut some of this out here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's going to go up and kind of be channeled out. So when you come up over this part here, there'll be a big hill here, and then it'll come down, and there'll be a turn. You can actually come down this way if you want. And there'll be like a little trench there that you have to straddle with the tires to come back down to the creek area here. And I'll probably put a little bridge right across, maybe right across this area right here, so you can still see the falls dropping out, because like I said, this will be a little higher here. There'll be a little waterfall there. Probably put a bridge across that connects back up another hill and lines back up with the rock and bridge. So there'd be 2 or 3 different paths you can take on this table. It's not a whole lot of room to play with, but I'm going to try to make the most of it. But anyway, I hope that gives you an idea of what's going on. Oh, I wanted to show back here in the corner, there's a hole drilled in the table, and that's where the tube's going to come up through there. We've got a silicone hose, and it'll come all the way back over to here. And I'll do the same thing here, and there'll be a drain that drains the water back down into the reservoir. So, but this will all be rubber sealed, and then I'll probably sprinkle some sand on it just as the plastic coat's getting ready to set up. Sand and some loose gravel, and then I've got some pea gravel I'm going to order. I'm going to just sprinkle those rocks around, and then I'll place a couple boulders here, and like this area right here, it's kind of raised up right here. that'll probably end up being like an island that sticks up in the middle of the water. But it ought to be pretty cool when I get it done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed.